we take a look at some of the most incredible new aircraft out there. A few decades ago, there were weird aircraft called ekranoplans, and they utilized the ground effect. It is created when the wings are close to the ground, reducing the amount of aerodynamic drag. Vehicles can operate up to 2 times more efficient, thus giving rise to some very crazy designs. But this added efficiency also allows for heavier all-electric aircraft. The Seaglider is one of these crafts, and it's an all-electric ground effect vehicle, which can go 180 miles per hour. The demonstrator craft is a quarter-scale model of the full-size prototype expected to launch in 2024. The next vehicle will have a 12-passenger capacity that exclusively operates over water, traversing the sea in 1 of 3 modes including the ground effect, hull, and hydrofoil. Naturally, the all-electric motor platform is also considerably quieter than comparable payload aircraft or helicopters. After many years of trials, errors, and even skepticism, the all-electric Alice has finally made its maiden flight. It's a commendable 9-passenger, 2-crew craft, which can also be configured as a 2,600-pound cargo plane. It is powered by 2 Magnix motors, basically being one of the biggest electric propulsion systems at this scale. Now, there is a significant drawback with the weight of the batteries, and thankfully they have thought about making an upgradable battery system for the Alice. With the emergence of solid state, the aircraft will likely become more feasible over time, but even with its limited range, there have been over 100 aircraft ordered, and they are expected to roll out in the next couple of years. One of the most unique aircraft being developed is the Z2. The first Zeva Z2 was something completely different from most electric VTOLs. It performed a few test flights, but it became clear that the design required some revisions. So the company is currently making the second variant, which is a single-occupant aircraft designed for transportation and even military use. It has a noticeably wider footprint and larger propellers than the original. It is projected to have a 50-mile range at 160 miles per hour. Just like the original, users lie down and face first during flight. So it's definitely one of the more thrill type of experiences, with hopefully some degree of automation. Well, there is finally advancement to the exposed octocopter design. The X2 is an all-electric with a carbon fiber body, along with an enclosed cab for reaching 3,000 feet. During automated flight, passengers can enjoy an experience of takeoff, flight, and landing operations. Just like its competitors, this one has independent battery components, along with an emergency parachute. A control center can also take over the craft, which makes one wonder if this can be hackable. But having said that, there will likely be future flight paths for this kind of vehicle. You might have seen the modified engine for this particular aircraft called the Hermes. And it's not every day you hear about a startup company building a hypersonic aircraft. But the company has supposedly built a remotely controlled prototype which is capable of Mach 5. Their strategy is definitely bold, because this type of engine would require quite a bit of innovation. The reason for that is because turbojets are commonly restricted to around Mach 2. So you have to have some sort of hybrid engine to make these crafts go to hypersonic speeds. Similar to the SR-71, the Quarterhorse will use an existing J85 turbojet for startup and then utilize a ramjet for upper Mach speeds. It will likely fly next year with the ultimate goal of building the 20-passenger Halcyon by the end of the decade. We move on to a very strange aircraft called the MadBat. This is effectively a tail-sitter design. Now, supposedly the increase in wind resistance along with the asymmetrical thrust from the propellers caused the airframe to pivot. Combined with the weight of the battery packs, the cabin basically stays upright all the time. As a result, it has no complex mechanical tilting systems, and there are no redundant lift propellers. For now, the prototype is far from being complete, and there's definitely nothing really quite like this, but hopefully they do incorporate some level of automation due to the limited visibility. One notable runner-up is the Samsung Switchblade. Now, supposedly it is a flying car prototype which can drive on the road or fly in the air, although no flights have been recorded just yet. It is powered by a 3-cylinder 1.6 engine generator, so the electric motors propel the car on the ground and an electric prop is used when it's flying. Starting price is around $150,000, but whether or not it will actually perform is anyone's guess. Hopefully it's not a molar flying car thing. It's pretty easy to pick the AirSpeeder as the #1 craft. It has been very exciting to see this particular electric VTOL develop over the years. It's capable of a speed of around 100 miles per hour, along with a 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. It has many safety features including LiDAR, collision avoidance, a parachute, and even backup batteries. Will we really see a new type of racing evolve from these high-performing crafts? It's hard to say, but these types of vehicles are definitely the pioneers of the electric VTOL evolution. But more importantly, I would like to know what you think about all these different aircraft. So please leave a comment, like the video if you enjoyed it, and also make sure to subscribe to my channel.